coming to a realization for myself, and this is something I also want to say to my gal pals and maybe my other spicy whites, anybody else that might be listening. I've got spicy whites from Joy Reid, love that. But it's the idea of let's stop taking the time to be afraid. I mean, there is just so much going on right now, and I hear so many of my friends getting so wrapped up, and myself too, getting so wrapped up into this is going to happen or that's going to happen. And I'm realizing that we're taking all of our psychic energy, we're taking all of our mental energy, our emotional, our physical energy, and wrapping it up into this idea that someone else or something else is more powerful than we are and able to do things to us that we have no control over. And yet, at the same time, most of us are in a safe space. Most of us, none of this is happening to. And it's just the actual idea that we are giving up before anything even happens. And if we all do that as a collective, then yeah, we are absolutely at risk. But if we all understand that the greatest risk that we have is to just cower in fear and allow that to dim our light, then that's the biggest threat that we have to ourselves is not what's happening to us, not what people are saying, not what people are doing, but how we're living in that, how we define ourselves, how we're reacting, how we're responding, how we are being. And I was having a conversation with one of my gal pals who was talking about someone, the situation that she had, and then these people were really scary to her. And what I literally told her was the idea is to not, number one, not give them anything to grab onto. Like when you respond, don't say, well, you are this or anything like that, because that is actually what they're looking for. Make them think you're crazy. Literally, make them think you are insane. If there's somebody that's scaring you, scare them. Just shut it off. It is so empowering when you find a way to do the unexpected. When you do the unexpected, when you don't move into the route. I had this exact experience for myself with someone that I barely knew that for some reason, and so many people are caught up into this. It's like some kind of like an obsession with people to get into fights. And they were attacking myself, they were attacking my husband, they were attacking mental health, they were attacking all these things. And this person barely knows me. Literally, we've never even spoken in person, never even engaged in any shape, way, or form. And what did I do? I simply disengaged. I simply just told this person to have a good day. And this person was like, well, I'll have a better day than you. And I was like, great, because I'm going to have a good day. And if you have a better day than me, then you're going to have a really great day. That's amazing. I am so happy. And that's true. I'm really happy for you that I know that's not the way you meant it, but guess what? I don't have to lob it back the way you're expecting. I can lob it back however I choose. And that's true empowerment. When you can sit in your own space and you can come back to things in your own nuanced shape, way, or form, or perhaps not even come back to it at all. Because at the end of the day, this person even followed me to different social media sites, not friended anywhere on any of these, by the way, just random messages. And I just blocked them because I have that power. Thank goodness we still have that power to block people. But it was just so interesting to me, just fascinating to see how this person who has what to gain by engaging in some sort of hostile conflict with me, like what does that feed? I mean, it's truly just I concerning and interesting. And I see that in so much that's happening, that's been happening for a long time with the type of TV, with like the conflict, like reality TV you see. There are literally people that just, that's the way they get their enjoyment is through having conflict, sometimes with complete strangers. And I even saw this on a post of my friend the other day. She had a thing that happened in a drive-through with somebody she has no idea of, and she did the exact right thing. She completely disengaged. She did not engage with this person, and she let them just have their little fitty moment, whatever it was. She let them have their moment. And that is really and that is that's can be hard because we're trained. We are trained in the Western world to stand up and fight, and if somebody comes at us, to immediately do something, and if you need to do that, that's perfectly fine, I understand. But in a lot of ways, your best power is to just disengage and let people have their moment, and you can get to a space if you work on yourself enough and clear enough of your shadows to where it literally doesn't cost you anything to do that. Like, it's not like, "Oh, I wish I had said this." I mean, 'cause I used to be in that space of, "Oh, I should have come back with this, that, or something else." And then what would have happened? It would just escalate it to the next step and then escalate it to the next step, and then where does that end? And who does that really benefit? So at the end of the day, really, in any kind of interaction or anything like that, of any kind, or especially something of that, what is your end goal? What is your end goal? Where do you want to be? Do you want to have a life where you are just fighting with just rando people and having, rando conflicts with all these different, entities and whoever? Some of them perhaps you don't even know, some of them perhaps you're just in line with or something. Is that what you want? Or do you want to live a life of peace and fulfillment? And which matches that? The disengagement or the finding just some kind of, you can even have a basic response of, oh, if somebody comes at you with something, you can just say, oh. I mean, there's all kinds of ways that you can just engage with people in a way that just completely shifts and changes and disalarms the entire paradigm of what's going on. And that's where you can really step into your own empowerment and really decide who you are and what your life is going to be like. So hopefully my little rant this morning was helpful. About to go work out and love, peace, and release.